one shade is not a bronzer line. One shade is not universal. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I am so excited for today because we are doing another Clean Beauty Dupes video. And these are my favorite videos to film, research for, find products for. Like overall, they're so much fun because I love a dupe. I love a good dupe for a product, especially a cult product, because there's so many people obsessed with so many like cult products. But it's time to get some other products to shine, and clean beauty products gotta get out there, gotta show people that there's amazing alternatives to these products if they are interested in going clean, or if they are interested in kind of slowly transitioning their makeup bag. And that's what I'm here for. The dupes that we are talking about today are dupes for the Chanel Tan De Soleil. Used to be Chanel Tan Universal. However, you have one shade. That's not universal. So they had to change the name because I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of backlash about it and people were like, girl, no. And the other dupe we're finding today is a dupe for the Glossier Stretch Concealer, which is a really amazing concealer. People are obsessed with it. People who love a little bit more of a minimal makeup look, but have dark circles, or you don't want to kind of cover it up, or actually even just cover up around their face and not wear a lot of makeup. That is a product that they love, and I have an amazing dupe for that too. If you like these videos, please make sure to like and subscribe so I know. And let's start talking about these dupes because I'm really excited. Okay, first dupe I want to talk about is the dupe for the Chanel Tan De Soleil. So, like I mentioned before, there's actually only one shade in this, and the shade tends to be a little bit more on the warm side. So if you don't have a warm complexion and you don't like warm bronzers, because a lot of people don't love a really warm bronzer, then you're not gonna have like that perfect bronzer for you in that. Also, if you are a darker complexion, you're not gonna find a bronzer in that, because one shade is not a bronzer line. One shade is not universal. So that kind of is limiting with that product. It also is a $50 product, which is crazy. Obviously you're kind of taking the Chanel name with that, and it comes in beautiful packaging, all that stuff, but it was high time we found a dupe, because it's time. And the dupe I found for this is the Breezy Cream Bronzer from Tarte. It's so good. So the Tarte bronzer comes with 3 shades, and they go really deep, which is beautiful and amazing, and something that everyone should start doing. They do have one shade, which I have in front of me here. This is the travel size of it. One shade that, when swatched side by side to the Tan De Soleil, is similar, and that's the shade Seychelles. Now, Seychelles and kind of the whole range is skews a little bit more warm neutral, so it is, dare I say, more universal. And if you are a darker complexion, you will be able to use this. So this is actually the shade I use in the line. This is my personal, this is the one I use. In the Tan Universal, I have to really build it up to get it to really show up. This also lasts significantly longer, which I really like, because the Tan Universal does kind of fade after half the day, you're done, whereas this lasts longer. Now, this shears out so nicely. You can kind of build it up to be exactly the shade that you want, which is incredible. It lasts really long, and it has the exact same finish. So the Chanel is kind of a silky cream and finishes kind of as a powder on the skin. This has the exact same thing. It's a little bit more on the satin side in terms of finish, and this one is also more on the satin side with finish. It is so beautiful. The best way I find to apply both of these is I like to take a brush, dip it in, and what I personally like to do, and the best way I find to avoid sometimes bronzers getting too muddy looking, or getting kind of, cream bronzers can kind of spread a little and just end up looking a little crazy. Apply it with a brush where you want it, and then lightly blend it out with the brush, or you can blend it out with your fingers, or use a beauty blender. I love to blend it out with a beauty blender. I feel like I have a lot of control if I apply it like that with a brush and then blend it out with a beauty blender. I love it. It's so good. And If you don't want to buy the full one either of the Tarte, they have this travel size, which is great. I never go. I was saying this, I actually talked about this in the bronzer video, and I never get through bronzer because I never use that much. Like I use a little bit just to kind of give my face some shape, dimension, but I don't pile it on. So actually, by the time I'm like, a product is expired, I still have like a crap ton. So I do like, if there's an option to get a smaller, I like to get a smaller one. It is great. It's also great for traveling, obviously. It's so nice. The finish is freaking beautiful. It is just such a good product, and I am so happy that I was able to find something, finish, you know, application, just everything that in comparison to the Chanel Tan de Soleil, it's literally the same product. It just is more universal, which is amazing, and there's more options, and it's clean, and that is just so great. I'm a huge fan. I would love to know if you've used this, or if you are looking for a dupe for the Tan de Soleil, and if you're going to purchase this, please let me know down below. I would love to know. And then if you are using it or already have started using this, what your thoughts are, and you know, if you love it as much as I do. Okay, Next, we're going to talk about a dupe for the Glossier Stretch Concealer. Now, this concealer is really, really great, especially if you are the type of person that likes a little bit more of a minimalistic makeup look, but you still want coverage, if that makes sense. Like, you don't want to just be barefaced. You still want to cover up them bags, cover up them secrets and lies, and all of your sins. It's great for that. And the shade range is now 12. It used to be a lot less. It's now 12 concealers, which is really, really nice. 12 shades. And it is a really great product. However, I will say with all, not just that one, but with all kind of concealers that are more thin and more kind of natural under the eye, it will sink in the lines eventually. It just will, because we're human beings and we move our face, we have facial expression. So, you know, things are gonna sink into your fine lines. However, I do have an amazing trick for that not happening as much, and for your concealer lasting longer, especially for these more like lightweight concealers. So the dupe I have for that is the RMS Uncover Up Concealer. This stuff is so good. It's so good. It has 16 shades. This one is more expensive than the Glossier concealer. However, I find it like well worth the price, and the tiniest bit of this goes a long way. So I wear the shade 33, or I will go up to, I believe the other color I use is 36, depending on my tan and all that. But what I like to do with this is I like to dip my finger in, and then let's say this is my under eye. Apply it, so I'll apply two, like just let it sit. And I let it sit for about a minute while I do the rest of my makeup. So I'll do my brows, and all of that, and then I'll kind of go back to it, and then I will blend it out. And because it's had time to sit and settle and kind of thicken up, it doesn't sink into your fine lines as easily, which is life. No one likes that. It also has a touch more coverage, which is great. It gives you the exact amount of coverage that you want. It doesn't look heavy. It has the exact same finish under the eyes as the Uncover Up, and it just looks so beautiful and natural and gives you what you want. Also, the best part about this concealer is if you want to kind of use it around the face as just the only thing you're wearing, so it's kind of, you can use it as kind of a tinted moisturizer in that way, and kind of use it to be your base for the day. You can do that really easily with this. Again, a little bit goes a long way, so it's so easy to blend out. My favorite way to blend this out, and the same with the same I would say for any other concealer like this, is to blend it out with my finger. I don't love to blend it out with anything that isn't my finger. Like a brush works fine. A beauty blender, girl, a mess. Don't do it, because it's going to soak it all up, and it's such a thin product to begin with. You want to make sure you're kind of getting it all in there, and it's great. But I'm a huge fan of this. This comes in 16 shades. I find that the undertones of this are really great. Like, it kind of works, like if you're warm, if you're neutral, there's going to be something in there for you. And again, the finish is beautiful. Just make sure to set this, especially if you're wearing it all day, because again, it is a thinner product and it's going to kind of slide around, and it'll settle into your fine lines a lot faster if you don't do that, and it'll be just more noticeable. Whereas if you set it, with all thin concealers, not just this one, if you set it, it won't crease as much or as easily, which is really, really nice. If you're looking for a dupe for your Glossier Stretch Concealer, are you going to be purchasing this as an option for that? If you already are using this, I would love to know what your thoughts are. And that's it. Those are the dupes I have for today. Again, if you have any dupes that you want me to try and hunt around for, let me know down below. If you have any other, you know, video ideas that you want me to do, again, leave them down below. I love to know what you guys think or what you're looking for from this channel and from the blog and all that. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.